Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting episode where history, rarity, and hidden treasure collide. Today, we journey deep into the numismatic world to uncover the extraordinary story of one of Australia's most legendary coins, the 1968 Australian 20-cent piece with no mint mark. A coin that might just be sitting quietly in your pocket, your drawer, or an old coin jar, holding value far greater than its face. The 1968 20-cent coin marks a significant chapter in Australia's decimal currency era. This was the very first year that the 20-cent coin was introduced after Australia transitioned from the imperial system to decimal currency in 1966. But 1968 was special, very special. Why? Because the coins minted that year came without any mint mark, meaning they did not show where exactly they were produced. That detail alone plays a major role in their desirability and value among collectors. Now, most of the 20-cent coins were struck at the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra, and while the lack of a mint mark might seem normal, it's precisely this absence that gives the 1968 coin its unique allure. Over 28 million of them were released, but only a limited number are in pristine, collectible condition today. And when it comes to numismatics, it's all about condition, rarity, and historical importance. Imagine a simple 20-cent coin, dull silver in appearance, glinting just slightly under the light. But to the trained eye of a collector, it holds the weight of decades of history, scarcity, and serious market demand. In fact, some of these coins, when in uncirculated or proof condition, have sold for hundreds, even thousands of dollars. Collectors worldwide chase after this elusive 1968 no mint mark coin in high grades. Why? Because it represents a transition period in Australian coinage. Its understated design, featuring the iconic platypus on the reverse and Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, reflects a time of national change, modernization, and economic transformation. Some high-grade examples, especially those graded MS65 and above, have fetched prices of $3,000 to over $4,000 Australian dollars, depending on market demand and the coin's overall luster and strike quality. That's right, a 20-cent coin that could pay your bills, buy your next smartphone, or become a center showpiece of your collection. So how do you know if you have one? Well, flip through your old coins. Look at the date, 1968. Ensure there's no tiny mint mark under the Queen's portrait. If you see that, you may just be looking at a treasure trove. Take it to a certified numismatist or coin grading service, and who knows, you might be sitting on a rare gem. Collectors often look for coins with sharp edges, a clean surface, and no scratches or wear. These details matter because the better the condition, the higher the grading, and the more valuable your coin becomes. It's all about presentation, preservation, and passion. There's also an emotional connection with this coin. For many Australians, the 1968 20-cent coin is a nostalgic link to their childhood, to the first coins they ever handled, or the change given to them at a corner shop. That sentimental value, when mixed with genuine rarity, skyrockets the demand. Now, let's talk about market trends. With the growing popularity of coin collecting, especially in the digital age where marketplaces are just a click away, the value of rare coins has only gone upward. The 1968 no mint mark 20 cent is being hunted on eBay, numismatic auctions, and coin shows across the globe. And here's where it gets truly exciting. In numismatic circles, rumors still swirl about ultra-rare versions of the coin that may have been minted in a different process, or contained a slightly different composition. Those versions, if authenticated, could command astronomical figures. We're talking up to 5,000 Australian dollars or more. The beauty of collecting is that it's not just about money. It's about holding a piece of history in your hand, about connecting with a time and place, and about discovering that even the smallest things, like a 20-cent coin, can hold untold value. So, if you have inherited coins, been gifted an old box from a grandparent, or just love exploring garage sales, flea markets, or antique shops, keep your eyes wide open for the 1968 Australian 20-cent no mint mark coin. You never know what kind of hidden fortune may await you. Coins like this are more than just metal. They're symbols of national identity, of change, of artistry, and craftsmanship. And they represent opportunities to collect, to trade, and perhaps to profit. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a complete beginner, the thrill of finding a valuable coin never fades. This 1968 piece is a crown jewel in many Australian collections. And if you happen to own one in high grade, you're already part of an elite club. Hold it proudly, protect it carefully, and if you're ever ready to sell, know that the market is eager, hungry, and willing to pay top dollar for quality examples. To all our viewers, the world of coins is full of wonders, and the 1968 no mintmark 20 cent is one of Australia's finest. So go ahead, check your change, inspect your jars, and open that old drawer. That little coin could be the key to a big payday. Next up, the 1970 Australian 20 cent coin with no mintmark. If you're a collector, a curious viewer, or someone who just discovered an old coin in your drawer, listen closely, because this might be more than just change. It could be life-changing. The year was 1970. Australia was celebrating its bicentenary of Captain Cook's discovery of the eastern coast of the continent. The Royal Australian Mint was working hard, producing coins that symbolized a new, modern Australia. Among these was the 20-cent piece, already a staple in circulation since decimal currency was introduced in 1966. But the 1970 edition, though similar in design, would later become a mystery and a hidden gem in numismatic circles. What makes the 1970 20-cent coin so special, you ask? It is the fact that some versions of this coin appear without any mint mark. Now, let's get one thing clear. Normally, the Royal Mint did not place a mint mark on circulating 20-cent coins at all. But over the years, collectors have discovered slight variations in the coins from different years, including 1970, and the no mint mark version from this year has sparked massive interest. Why? Because it's extremely rare to find one in pristine, uncirculated condition. And that's where the value skyrockets. The design of the 20-cent coin in 1970 remains iconic. Sculpted by Stuart Devlin, the reverse features a platypus swimming in rippling water, a perfect blend of Australian identity and natural beauty. On the obverse, Queen Elizabeth II's effigy, designed by Arnold Machin, gives the coin that touch of regality. But what lies beneath the surface, no mint mark, high-grade condition, and historical context, are what give this coin its power in the market. Collectors all over the world are always on the hunt for rare coins, but what drives them wild is condition and scarcity. A 1970 20-cent coin with no mint mark, in average circulated condition, might pass through thousands of hands unnoticed. But one in uncirculated, near-mint condition, now that's a jackpot. And if that coin also displays unusual features or errors, its value multiplies significantly. In recent auctions and collectors' markets, some of these coins have fetched astonishing figures. While most standard 20-cent coins might be worth face value or slightly more, a rare 1970 no mint mark piece, especially if it's been graded highly by professional services like PCGS or NGC, can sell for up to $2,000 to $6,000 Australian dollars, and in some rare cases even more. That's right, what looks like a simple piece of change could be worth hundreds, maybe thousands, if the stars align. Now here's the fascinating part. There is always demand for these coins among numismatists. The number of collectors who specialize in Australian decimal coinage is growing every year, both domestically and internationally. And the older the coin gets, the more its value tends to appreciate, especially if the supply is small and the quality is high. That's exactly the situation with the 1970 20-cent coin. It's not just about monetary value. Owning a coin like this is owning a piece of Australian history. It represents a time of national pride, of cultural growth, of change. Every scratch, every shine, every detail on that metal surface tells a story, and that's what collectors crave. That emotional connection, that sense of preservation, is what keeps the value of such coins thriving. Let's talk rarity for a second. While the mintage for 1970 20-cent coins was relatively high, the survival rate of top-grade, uncirculated, no mint mark pieces is extremely low. Most coins were used heavily in everyday transactions, scratched, worn out, and tossed in jars. That's why finding one in pristine state is like finding a needle in a haystack. And in the world of rare coins, that's the golden formula: scarcity plus demand equals value. Now imagine this. You're cleaning out an old drawer, or going through your grandfather's coin collection. You see a shiny, or maybe slightly worn, 1970 20-cent piece. You turn it over. You check the edge. No mint mark. Could this be the one? The rush, the excitement, the curiosity. It's a treasure hunt in real life. And thousands of people are living that dream every single day. If you think these coins are only valuable in Australia, think again. International collectors love Australian coins because of their beauty, quality, and symbolism. The platypus design is world-renowned. Coins graded from Australia often make it to collections in the US, UK, Europe, and even Asia. The 1970 no mintmark coin has become a globally admired collectible. And let's not forget about the investment potential. Coins like these don't just sit in albums, they grow in value. If kept safely, a high-grade 1970 20-cent coin could become a future heirloom. Something to pass down, something to sell at a premium, something that holds history and wealth in one tiny piece of metal. So the next time someone tells you that 20-cent coins are worthless, remember the 1970 no mintmark. Remember its heritage. Remember its story. And remember that value is not just in the currency. It's in the rarity, the preservation, the demand, and the desire. People have paid up to 7,000 Australian dollars for top-tier examples of this coin. Yes, that's right. $1,000 for one 20-cent coin. That's a 5,000% increase from its face value. If that's not proof of its worth, I don't know what is. And experts believe that with time, this price could go even higher as fewer high-quality examples remain in circulation. In conclusion, if you have a 1970 Australian 20-cent coin with no mintmark, guard it. Get it graded. Keep it protected. You may be holding something far more valuable than you ever imagined. It's not just a coin, it's a legacy. It's a symbol. It's a collector's dream. Next up, the 1981 Australian 20-cent coin without a mintmark. If you're a coin collector, an enthusiast, or just someone curious about the hidden treasures that could be sitting in your pocket right now, this is a video you do not want to miss. This specific coin, often overlooked by the general public, holds a captivating story of history, mystery, and incredible value. Let us begin by going back to the year 1981. This was a time of global transformation and economic shifts. Australia, in particular, was strengthening its minting capabilities, and the Royal Australian Mint was producing millions of coins for both domestic use and international contracts. But in the midst of all this production, a unique batch of 20-cent coins was struck. These particular coins were made without the standard mintmark, making them exceptionally distinct and desirable to collectors. Why does the absence of a mintmark matter so much? In the world of numismatics, mintmarks are like a coin's fingerprint. They tell you where the coin was made. Most Australian coins from 1980 bear a small mintmark indicating their origin. But the no mintmark version stands apart. It is a sign that these coins were likely minted either in extremely limited numbers at the Royal Australian Mint, or were part of a special release batch. A mistake, or perhaps a hidden treasure intended for circulation, but forgotten in time. Fast forward to today, and this coin has developed a massive following among collectors around the world. From Australia to the United States, Europe, and even parts of Asia, collectors are hunting for this elusive piece. Online forums are buzzing with discussions about it. Coin expos feature it in glass displays. And private collectors are offering eye-watering sums to secure one for their personal collections. How many people actually want to buy this coin? The truth is, a lot. There is no exact number, but demand is soaring. Coin collectors, history buffs, and investors alike are showing increased interest in Australian decimal coinage. The 1981 no mintmark 20-cent coin is considered one of the hidden gems of Australian currency. Its demand on platforms like eBay, heritage auctions, and even private dealer networks is incredibly high. Every time one shows up in near uncirculated condition, it sparks a frenzy. Now, let's talk about its current market value. If you're lucky enough to have one of these coins in your collection, especially in high grade, such as uncirculated or proof-like condition, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Recent auctions have seen these coins sell for anywhere between $4,000 to as high as 5,500 Australian dollars, depending on the condition and the interest at the time of sale. Imagine that, a 20-cent coin worth thousands of times its face value. This isn't just about money, it's about history. These coins represent a specific moment in time. They tell a story of minting errors or decisions that may never be repeated again. For collectors, that uniqueness is priceless. It's not just the metal or the design. It's the journey the coin has taken, the mystery surrounding its production, and the thrill of finding one in the wild. You may be wondering, why was the no mintmark coin even produced? Well, that remains a fascinating part of the mystery. Some believe they were experimental coins, created during a transitional phase in the minting process. Others suggest they were struck at an overseas facility without the mintmark added. There are also theories that they were part of a test batch or intended only for a specific region, but later released into broader circulation by mistake. This mystery only adds to the value. The less we know about a coin's origin, the more it fuels the imagination, and the more collectors are willing to pay to own a piece of that enigma. It's like owning a rare painting with an unknown story behind it. The rarity is what drives the desire. And this is what makes coin collecting so thrilling. You never know when or where a treasure like this will appear. It could be in an old jar at home, mixed in with loose change at a garage sale, or passed down unknowingly through generations. That's the beauty of coins. They travel through time and hands, gathering value and meaning. If you have a 1981 Australian 20-cent coin without a mint mark, now is the time to treasure it. Protect it. Get it appraised. Store it properly. Because in the world of collectible coins, condition is everything. A well-preserved coin can double or triple in value compared to one that's heavily circulated. This is not just a hobby, it's a form of investment. While stocks and bonds fluctuate daily, rare coins like this one hold their value and often appreciate over time. They are tangible pieces of our collective history. Owning one connects you to the past while offering a promising future. The 1981 no mint mark 20-cent coin stands today as a symbol of how something small and seemingly ordinary can become a powerful object of desire. It is not just metal, it is meaning. It is memory. It is money. And most of all, it is rare. So, whether you're a seasoned collector or just beginning your journey in the fascinating world of numismatics, let this be a reminder that treasure exists in the most unexpected places. Check your drawers. Look through old wallets. Talk to your parents and grandparents. That one coin you overlook might just be the next headline grabber in the auction world. Next up, the Australian 20-cent coin from the year 1980 with no mint mark. A coin that has quietly gained the attention of collectors, investors, and heritage lovers across the world. Stay with us, because what we're about to reveal might surprise you, inspire you, and maybe even set you on your next great treasure hunt. Let's begin by setting the stage in the year 1980. Australia was in the midst of an economic shift. The nation's currency was evolving and stabilizing after decades of post-decimalisation changes. The Royal Australian Mint in Canberra was responsible for minting most of the nation's circulating coins. But in some special years, other mints contributed too. Interestingly, 1980 was a year when coins were also struck at the Royal Mint in London, but some coins came without any mint mark at all. That's where the story of the no mint mark 1980 20-cent coin begins. Now, why is this coin so significant? While millions of 20-cent coins were produced that year, finding one without a mint mark is much rarer than you might expect. Collectors refer to these as no mint mark variants, and in the world of coin collecting, these subtle differences are what fuel passion, value, and competition. But what makes this coin so incredibly valuable? It's not just its age. It's not just its design, which features the graceful platypus gliding through the water, a national icon. It's the scarcity in perfect condition, the unique absence of a mint mark, and the strong global interest that elevate its status. When a coin possesses even one of these features, its value increases. When it has all three, it becomes a collectible of serious importance. Let me tell you this. Collectors from Australia, the United Kingdom, the United States, and across Asia are actively searching for high-grade examples of the 1980 20-cent no mint mark coin. It's not just hobbyists either. Investors who understand the future of rare coin collecting are jumping on opportunities to acquire coins like this, before the market prices surge even higher. So, how many people want to buy this coin? Hundreds have it on their radar. Dozens bid on them whenever one appears in premium auctions, and thousands more wish they had one in their collection. Social media groups, auction houses, and coin fairs often highlight this coin among their most watched items. That level of demand is no coincidence. It's proof that the 1980 no mint mark 20-cent coin is a treasure that people recognize and pursue. As for its current market value, the average coin in circulated condition might sell for a few dollars, but that's not where the magic is. The real magic begins when the coin is in uncirculated or proof-like condition. In top grades, especially MS64 or higher, some of these coins have sold for as high as $6,000 to $8,000 AUD. Yes, you heard that right. A coin you might have once overlooked in your change could be worth hundreds, maybe even more. Collectors and dealers alike are always on the hunt for coins that are rare not just in number, but in quality and historical significance. The The 1980 20-cent no mintmark coin ticks every single box. Its legacy is growing stronger with time, and those lucky enough to own one are already seeing the benefits. Now let's talk about why this coin was built in the first place. Coins aren't just money. They're national symbols. In 1980, Australia continued its efforts to maintain a consistent coin supply, and the platypus design by Stuart Devlin, a master craftsman, remained on the 20-cent. But minting inconsistencies, such as the absence of a mint mark, created unintended rarities that have become iconic. The platypus, a uniquely Australian creature, reminds us that beauty and rarity often swim just beneath the surface. This coin embodies that very idea. The combination of artistry, mystery, and subtlety makes the 1980 20-cent with no mint mark something special. It wasn't meant to be rare, but rarity chose it. Now you might be asking, how do you know if you have one? Flip over your 1980 20-cent coin. If there's no small mint mark under the Queen's portrait, then you may be holding something truly valuable. The key is to have it authenticated and graded by a trusted expert or numismatic organization. Don't rush. Don't clean the coin. Its originality and natural condition are part of what gives it its value. This coin has inspired countless collectors to look deeper into their spare change. It has sparked curiosity and turned ordinary people into passionate hobbyists. Its story is still being written, and the next person to write a chapter in this legacy might be you. We urge you to take a moment, look through your collection, your jars and drawers. You never know what you might discover. And if you do find this remarkable coin, treat it with the respect it deserves. It's not just metal, it's history, art, rarity, and potential wealth all in one. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Help us spread the word about the treasures hiding in plain sight. Coins like the 1980 20-cent with no mint mark prove that even the smallest piece of change can hold the biggest value.